We become noble when we respect all the different parts of ourselves properly. In this week's Parsha, there's an item in the Mishkan, which was the portable temple, called the Shulchan. Today we call a Shulchan a table, but the Shulchan in the Mishkan was actually a structure that held 12 fresh loaves of bread every day. That Shulchan is compared to the stomach, and it is also compared to nobility, the concept of nobility, and the idea of a human stomach. What does nobility have to do with the stomach? We'll get back to that. About 20 years ago, I realized that there's a word that my children were using in a certain context that I really did not like. My son would say, "Ima, did you buy me a present for my birthday?" And I would say, "Yes, sweetie." And he would say, "Good." Good in that context was really bothering me. And I realized I wanted to hear thank you. So I said to my children, when you feel like saying good, say thank you. And as they got older, I didn't have to use that whole sentence. When they said good, I could just say good or thank you. And they got it. By the time they were older, I could just sort of give them that look, and they knew they needed to say a thank you instead of just good. The thing is, I also realized that that kind of good is actually self-serving because it's saying, I'm satisfied, the end. In other words, there's nothing else in the world as long as I'm satisfied. And of course, being satisfied really is not the end. The Torah tells us in Parshat Ekev, which is in Deuteronomy, Hashem said to the Jewish people, "Ve'achalta v'savata uveirachta." You will eat and you'll be satisfied and you will bless. You'll eat, yes, it's good to eat. You'll be satisfied, yes, it's good to be satisfied. Uveirachta, and you will bless. This is a source of benching when we finish a meal. When you finish and you are satisfied, then it's time to recognize the source of the food and the source of your satisfaction. So saying thank you and that recognition is so important. A person who doesn't differentiate between which parts of themselves need what also never really feels satisfied. I remember taking our 11-year-old son to a nutritionist who was trying to help him to understand when he felt stomach hungry, and to differentiate between feeling stomach hungry or feeling bored or feeling emotional or feeling like he needed intellectual stimulation. And of course, as adults, we know we need to recognize these different urges so that we can nourish the different parts of ourselves. And of course, when we do that properly, what we're really doing is we're showing a sense of nobility. We're respecting the different parts of ourselves and nourishing ourselves in the way that we need to be nourished. So the Shulchan can represent the stomach and can also represent nobility at the same time. I remember I once accidentally put diesel fuel into a car that needed regular unleaded, and that was really not good. My husband was very forgiving. In any case, doing that is kind of like feeding ourselves food when really we need to work on our spirituality or to stimulate ourselves intellectually, or we need some other sort of nourishment. When we respect our bodies as tools for godliness, that our bodies are not the end goal, but our bodies are tools for godliness, then we can guard what we put into them and we can nourish them properly. Physical nourishment balanced with emotional and spiritual nourishment brings us to the greatest levels of satisfaction. Then, when we do eat, we feel satisfied and we become a conduit for blessing. Get it? Got it? Good. Thank you.